Hi there. This is a video to present the React section of Devops-Pills channel. Today, I am going to show you the development of a mini React app with a couple of functions using all the React basics. So let's start. First, we need to set up our development environment with Create React App and then initialize it with npm start. Now we can open the project folder in our favorite code editor to start creating the React Build app. With the app folder opened, I'll add two folders, components and containers. Within components, I'll create again two folders, UI for our button component and Pill that will be containing our main project logic. As a container, today I'm using layout.js. Note that I am creating a CSS file next to all the components because I'm using vanilla CSS. In app component, I have to get rid of all the Create React App default code and then import our layout and build components because here we are going to define how our application should be rendered like this. Next, I'm going to copy the styles from the finished project because I want to show the React code mainly. Layout component is simple. It's a presentational component that will return to us all its children props. Remember that I'll leave in the description the link to the GitHub project if you want to see it in depth. The error that the browser is showing to us is caused because I'm using in apps.css file the background image that doesn't exist yet. So I'll add it in a folder image within an assets one like this. But the error is still there because we haven't created our build component content. The button is simple too, a functional component in which we return a button via JSX code. We pass an onClick function via props to it, and we render the children props too. Remember that we have to import our styles in all the files where we are using them. Button styles have a hover property and an animation to make it look better. Now the fun part, our build component in which we are going to create all the functionality. First, we have to import React and component because this will be a class-based component, and then import our button to render it here. Don't forget to import our styles too. Then we have to use our class to render the React elements of our project and finally export the class to make it available globally in the app. The first React element to create will be a container div. In the build.css file, we have a lot of classes that we have to assign one by one in our React elements to make the build looks as we want. Then, inside our div, we are going to add an h1 for the app title. We can't see anything in our browser yet because there's an error in our import route from the layout component to the build one. So when we fix that error, we can see in the browser all that we have done. Next is going to be placed the build that is built with two styled divs with the classes build left and build right. And finally, we can add below of the build our button, in which we are going to pass a function via props to use our functionality in the right way. So let's create that function. First, I'll add my state in that is placed my opened property that will be false initially. And this is going to be managed by the toggle build handler function, where the only thing that we want to do is to set the open property to true if it's false, and vice versa. Then I'll add the excerpt that is going to be displayed when we open our pill. So we have to use a variable that I'm going to call excerpt, and if opened is true, we will show an H1 with the text, and if opened is false, the value will be null. Then I'll pass our function via props to see now the functionality to open and close our pill. To change our title to open or close correctly, I'm going to define another variable with the same logic. If open is true, the word will be closed, and if it's not, then will be open. Finally, we can see in the finished project that the pill parts rotate a little when the pill is opened, so we are going to add this class conditionally using two more variables, turn pill 1 and turn pill 2, with the same logic to do that, and then use template literals to put our clauses in the pill if opened is true. Now we have finished our pill with all the functionality. Don't forget to subscribe if you liked the video to see more React content.